everyone. This is Belinda with CSS on Converge. We are here at Climate Pledge Arena today, but for something a little bit different. We're here for March Madness today. We have women's basketball. At 4:30, we will have Colorado versus Iowa, and at 7, we'll have Ole Miss versus Louisville. It's sure to be a great time. We'll come back with the scores. Hey guys, it's Belinda with CSS on Converge, doing a quick recap of the day 1 of March Madness in Seattle. We had 2 games played today in the Sweet 16. The first one was Colorado versus Iowa, and in what we could expect, Caitlin Clark had a very Caitlin Clark game. In the beginning, it started a bit rough. She did start off with 11 points in the first quarter. She did get into a bit of foul trouble. She got 2 fouls and was pulled out to sit out for a little while in the second half, having to rely on her teammates to keep them in the game, which they did. But they also had to battle Frida Foreman's hot hand. Frida Foreman for the Buffs was 4 of 7 from 3 with 19 points in the first half. Now, that would change in the second half. Frida did cool off, or they found a way to defend her, and she was only able to score 2 points in the second half before fouling out with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. As for Caitlin Clark, she found a way in the second half to slow down the tempo to match Iowa's play, and she found her rhythm. She led the Iowa Hawkeyes with 31 points for the game and would help send Iowa to the Elite 8 with a final score of 87-77. Now, I do want to mention PNW native Quay Miller, who found the spark late in the fourth quarter. It just was not enough, but she did end with a double-double of her own. We'll move on to game 2 of the night between Ole Miss and Louisville. Another familiar name from Kashmir, Washington was Haley Van Lith. Haley Van Lith filled the arena seats with Louisville fans and was welcomed very warmly to Climate Pledge Arena. She started off aggressive, looking for her shot, but eventually did cool off and also had to rely on her team. For the Rebels, they started off aggressive on defense and at times had the Cardinals up against their back fighting the shot clock. But they also did some great offensive things. With a combined effort of 20 points from Davis and Taylor, they were able to stay in the game in the half, so they had more than half of the points in that. However, the efforts would just not be enough. The tempo slowed way down in the second half, and Louisville just started to get away with it. And the difference was that it seemed like Louisville had a lot more of a consistent offense, and they had several contributors. So they kind of just picked up offensively and never took their foot off the pedal. It did get close a couple times there, but there were some big plays towards the end, one by Cochran with an and one that sent the game back to a lead of 9 for their team. And Robinson had some great layups there towards the end also to help secure the win for her team. There was a frustration foul in the middle of it all that gave some more points to Louisville that probably weren't needed, but overall, a great game by these two. Louisville does advance with a final score of 72-62, and they will face off against Iowa in the Elite 8.